Coming up today on Studio 13 Live, the Hollywood writers' strike continues to impact more shows that we know and love, when you can expect to see your favorite stars back on screen.
Plus, we're chatting with the cast of Les Mis at the Fifth Avenue Theater. What it's like sharing the timeless story of broken dreams, sacrifice, survival, and redemption in 19th century France.
And then we're giving you a look at the cooking classes with PCC Community Markets. Learn how to make their Thai recipes, including pineapple fried rice. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
Oh man, hey there. Happy Tuesday, friends. Thanks for being here with us today. I'm Mireya Garcia, but what you're probably noticing
That's right.
is that Bender Cunningham from Mornings on 95.7 The Jet is here. Hello, sir.
Hi. How are you?
You know, I'm doing okay. My voice is still a little tired.
Yeah,
And
I heard.
You know why? Yes,
Yes.
yes. So we had a little girls' night on way back on Saturday. Here we are with Bender's wife here. Rachel, she is amazing.
Yeah.
And the first thing I said to Bender when I saw him this morning, hey, how's your wife? She's cooler than you.
Wow. Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's absolutely my better half.
We really had a great time.
I was thoroughly impressed by the videos that I saw. A little ABBA, a little Taylor, well, a lot of Taylor Swift.
A lot of Taylor Swift,
little
yes.
Bruno Mars. Yeah,
yes.
so I completely did not know that there were private karaoke booths or
Yes.
boxes. I thought it was just karaoke in a bar in front of 75 drunken people.
Yes, I think that depends on your own vibe, you know.
Sure, okay.
But we had a really good time. Are
Good.
you a karaoke guy then?
Only during time flies during the show.
Okay.
That's the only time I will sing, is while I'm on the air.
So it's sort of like a private booth, except the whole world can hear you.
Yeah, but the only person I really have to worry about is Jody.
That's right.
That's all.
And she will make fun of you no matter what.
One and a half. Oh.
Hey, let's talk sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk sports. So the UW Huskies softball team is going to the Women's College World Series right now.
Look, they took out Louisiana, shut them out Friday and Saturday. UW hosted the send-off for the team as they headed off to Oklahoma City this morning. The Huskies will face Pac-12 rival Utah Thursday night at 6:30. In the regular season, UW beat Utah 2-1, but then lost to them in the Pac-12 tournament. Again, that's going to be this Thursday night, 6:30, nationally on ESPN.
You love to see it. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
You know, I always joke that I'm not a big sports girly, but the thing that will catch me up every time is all the feeling, all the passion, all the excitement. Like, a sports commercial will make me cry, you know?
Yeah. They have all the momentum, though.
They do.
They have all the momentum, and they looked fantastic against Louisiana. So I have all my hopes and dreams, and maybe a little money.
Oh my gosh,
No,
Bender.
stop it.
No.
What? Stop that. Oh my God. I don't think you're supposed to say that.
I'm gonna get you out of trouble, and we're gonna talk about Euphoria
Oh, good,
instead.
okay. Good.
A different kind of trouble on this show, okay? Fans probably gonna have to wait a little while for season 3. According to Teen Vogue, the next season likely won't be released until 2025. And that is, of course, because of the writer's strike, okay? So there's also a busy schedule for the show's creator. All of this creating problems, and an HBO executive named Francesca Orsi saying that right now pencils are down, and they hope that they can come to terms sooner rather than later. Other shows also being impacted by the writer's strike. Of course, one of my faves, Abbott Elementary.
Fantastic show.
Yes, Cobra Kai, Stranger Things. So many things being impacted at this point. But obviously, this is a big issue that the writer's strike is trying to settle.
I am clearly missing the boat on Euphoria. I have not. And same thing with Cobra Kai. And I don't know, I so badly want to jump into it, mainly because Johnny was always the bad guy, and apparently
Right.
this shows the different side, and we could talk about this all day long. So, all right. But how about this? Universal Music Group reportedly in talks to buy Queen's music catalog from Disney within the next month. It could go for more than $1 billion.
Wow.
$1 billion. If it happens, it would be the highest amount ever since like Springsteen's deal, which was only $500,000, which, I mean, I have to go back and I have to look at all the stuff that's in the catalog, but $1 billion for Queen and Springsteen only got $500,000.
I mean, it is Queen, okay? But here's the thing. When we're talking about that much money, it stops meaning anything to me. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. 20 bucks, $1 billion bucks, I don't know. But I can't believe somebody is willing to pay that much money for it. I mean, if you got the dough, go for it, I guess.
$1 billion. And they went, I can't remember whose deal it was. Was it the Michael Jackson estate that said at one point, whatever the offer was, it was the estate still maintained control of the way it was used. It's like, dude, if I'm
Prince, maybe?
Maybe it was Prince.
Prince. It was a crazy deal.
It was something like that, but it's like, well, if you're going to spend that kind of money, I can do with it whatever I want. You're not going to be able to still hold that over me.
I mean, yes, I 100% agree with that.
Wow.
Okay, and speaking of big performers, Katy Perry flying into music and a light show at the Fremont Street Experience in Las Vegas, literally in Vegas, okay? Take a look at this.
I love Fremont Street.
All right, this is both cool and panic-inducing for me.
No, that's fantastic.
No, she's flying over thousands of fans on what's called the Slotzilla Zip Line, the Viva Vision show, free to the public. Yeah. So she's going to do this after her residency, okay? And it sounds like a lot of work, and she's going to be in residency through early November.
I don't mean to sound bitter.
Okay.
But I wanted to do that exact ride, but they wouldn't let me take my phone or my GoPro on it. She's got all kinds of stuff. What is that?
How dare we not treat Bender just like Katy Perry?
That's right. That's exactly right. What is that?
Oh, did you write it?
I didn't, because I refused to give them satisfaction.
You took a stance.
I wanted to take my phone, I wanted to take my GoPro. They wouldn't let me use any of it. So now I know that I can use Katy Perry as the example.
That's right.
How about this new video of Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers? The video, of course, gone viral. He's at a Taylor Swift concert. There he is, looking like a man doesn't have a care in the world. That's what happens when you make $50 million a year. He's loving his new life in New York. And, you know, Miles Teller was there, which my first thought was, did he get Miles Teller in the split with Shailene Woodley?
I mean, clearly. I think he did. You
Because
gotta
they all
pick
used to
sides.
vacation
Yeah,
together.
you got to pick sides sometimes, I guess. It's hard, but it sounds like they all had a love for Taylor, and they went together.
Jets defensive end John Franklin Myers says it's weird that people are going crazy because this is apparently what Aaron does all the time. Aaron is clearly a Swiftie.
Hey.
Look at that. Who knew?
I feel like that is the one thing Aaron Rodgers and I would get along on.
That'd be
one thing.
That'd be it.
I love to see it.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness. All right, look. We've been talking about this on our show, and you guys have been talking about it on 95.7 The Jet as well.
Yep.
Netflix cracking down on the password sharing. Well, turns out this one might be backfiring on them, okay? Because more and more people are just outright canceling their accounts. So the majority of holders say that they only kept the service for their friends and family, so they weren't actually using it themselves. And the hashtag cancel Netflix trending on social media, and that has drawn quite the response, okay? We're getting some clap backs from people that weren't even involved. So Blockbuster writing on Twitter, when you used to rent videos from us, we didn't care who you shared it with as long as you returned it on time. And Amazon Prime also weighing in, tweeting a photo saying, who's watching? Everyone who has our password. Wow.
Okay. Few things. One, Blockbuster, unless I'm mistaken, you go back to the history of Blockbuster, they had an opportunity to either buy Netflix or start a streaming service themselves, and they didn't. And really? So, yeah, you got to clap back on Twitter. The other thing is that you really have to consider you pay your Netflix account, but are you willing to spend the $8? So if you're canceling your account, it's because the person that was stealing your Netflix account isn't worth the extra
$8.
$8.
Hard pill to swallow there. I will say, I'm pretty sure that Blockbuster is out here trying to make a comeback, because why do they still have Twitter? Honestly, I don't even know. They're trying to do it up.
Just pop culture, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they still have that one location down in Oregon.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what are they? They're quiet. It's a subtle climb
We're
back.
still here. It's going to take us a moment. You know what? I'm laughing at the whole thing, but you're right. It comes down to $8.
That's right. $8. Who was anybody using your account?
So
I don't know why I'm whispering.
Well,
this
here,
is a hot mic.
Let me tell you. Yes, but it was nobody I gave permission to. Apparently, a bunch of people in like Venezuela and some people in Europe got access to my account. Didn't do anything nefarious, but were messing up my For You page with a bunch of stuff I don't watch.
Yeah.
And
then
that was almost
come
worse.
In the room
Yes.
and you're like, oh my God, I swear I wasn't watching anything related to this. I don't know why it's popping up. I got it. Okay, sure. So check this out. The winner of a beauty pageant in Brazil was announced, and not everybody was happy. You got to take a look at this video. The husband of the runner-up rushes the stage, throws the throws the winner's crown on the floor, throws it down again before then trying to walk off with his wife. He could stop by security. The event itself, the people put out a statement saying that, well, they condemn I would hope they would put out the statement saying that they are condemning the behavior of the runner-up's husband. Wow.
This is wild.
I mean, but nobody's talking about the winner.
I know.
So clearly, and he's going to get interviews, and she's going to possibly get a magazine cover.
Oh, well, they got what they wanted, maybe. This is just giving me Taylor Swift, Kanye West all over again. So maybe the winner will get her due, but that is wild. My man, I'm glad you think your wife is the most beautiful woman on the planet, but like that's what contests are about.
You imagine if Kanye threw the Moon Man on the ground?
Oh.
That would have been...
That would have been worse.
Okay.
All right. Well, look, when it comes to watching TV, like binging TV, it turns out it might be pretty okay after all. Researchers at UC San Diego say that actually it shows a bit of self-control to binge because people tend to schedule their binging. People also more likely to pay to watch a show and wait to be able to watch more of it than one episode at a time. I do like to binge watch, but only because if I have the time to do it, I'm going to take it because I don't always have the time to watch everything I want.
Every night, once our daughter goes down, Mackenzie goes down, Rachel and I have been watching Ted Lasso. We know we're late to the party on that, but we have been binge watching that. But the problem with the binge watching is once you get in the habit of doing that, once you run out of the episodes, and you then have to wait for the new one to be released, that's got to be mentally scarring for most.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like really reading a book that you love. When you're done, you almost grieve a little bit. You're like, dang, I'm sad. But something new will come along.
Yeah, maybe Euphoria.
Maybe Euphoria.
I don't know.
Euphoria is a bummer. Let me tell you, it's very well done, but it is a bummer.
So there is a new life hack going around called temptation bundling. The idea is you do something that you don't want to do and combine it with something you do want to do. For example, you wait to watch your favorite show until you hop on the treadmill. Or if you love chatting on the phone with your friend and you hate cleaning, you do it while cleaning. So, what? No.
No?
No.
So I fully watch House Hunters International while I'm walking on a treadmill, and I only watch it around that time.
Yeah, I guess the exercising would be easy.
Yeah, you're just walking. I mean, I'm not out for a run. I'm just tra-la-lying.
You talk with your friends while you're clean?
No, I only text because I'm very young.
Because because remember the headsets we used to have?
No.
Hey,
I'm not playing this game, Bender.
Hey, coming up next on Studio 13 Live, if you have a fear of spiders, there's now a way to get rid of that fear, and it has a 90% success rate.
Pretty good. We'll tell you what it takes, though, to make it work. That is next.
I'm gonna make your day.
Cute is that? It's very cute. That's the answer. Okay, it is time for Zillow Gone Wild, where we take a look at some of the weird and wacky listings on Zillow. Hey, did you ever want your own pink palace?
Since I was a little.
Yeah.
Since I was a little kid.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm supposed to read here. Well, now you can. The so-called House of Many Flowers is now for sale. This thing is 10,000 square feet. The estate, built in St. Pete back in 1924 by architect Henry DuPont. You probably know that the other pink building, the Don Caesar Hotel.
Yeah, so this mansion was built several years before the Don, and the two definitely do look like they are related. Pink walls, marble floors,
Wow.
wrought iron fixtures, a whole lot of land like you're seeing it right there. By the way, the movie Cocoon also filmed right here in 1985.
So it has the pool and the whole deal.
Yeah.
Right, okay. The home renovation was a huge undertaking and now looks brand new. It's also listed on the National Registry of Historic Places. The asking price, it's a mere $11.5 million.
Well, darn.
Wow, that's
enormous.
Really gaudy. It's pink and gaudy, but it's...
And that's why we don't actually want to own it. It's just a little gaudy, right?
Because $11.5 million, you'd walk in there and you'd realize that there's still some work to be done.
Oh my goodness, that is wild. You know, but I do love the idea that somebody's going to be able to like really do something fun with this home. It just is not going to be me or anyone I know.
$11.5 million, it should be already fun.
I know, it should be perfect already, but it's not.
Okay.
All right. Hey, if you see a unique home, a weird home, I like those the best, let us know. Find us on social media, Studio 13 on Fox.
One of the largest selling competitions. What?
Spelling.
Oh, it's spelling.
Spelling.
See, in radio, I can just redo the break. One of the largest spelling competitions for kids begins today.
Yeah.
It is the 94th year for the Scripps National Spelling Bee. This year, 231 spellers earned their spots from all over the U.S., a few other countries, including the Bahamas, Canada, and Ghana.
Oh, very interesting.
So we do have a local speller to root for. Here she is, 14 years old, goes to school in Seattle. She enjoys skiing, and Mireya, wait for it, she's a Swiftie.
Oh, smart girls love Taylor Swift. I love this. Well, we're wishing her the absolute best. This is very cool.
Spelling's the worst.
Spelling is the worst.
Spelling and pronunciation.
You know when I know I've messed up real bad? When autocorrect doesn't know what I mean. That happens
It isn't
often.
duck.
It's never duck.
It's
Quack,
never
quack.
duck.
Hey, listen. This is about animals for real, though.
Right.
The London Zoo is using hypnotherapy to help people not be afraid of spiders. Are you afraid of spiders?
No.
Okay, I'm not, but they are a little weird, okay? So this thing is called Friendly Spider Program, and it is celebrating 30 years of helping people overcome their intense fear of spiders or arachnophobia. People learn about spiders, they go through this hypnotherapy, then they gotta walk through a whole tunnel of spiders.
You can't even read that.
No, I hope it's like a 3D, not a real one, but I don't know. Okay, so the program works though. It has a 90% success rate. I am just worried about that other 10%.
You ever done hypnosis?
No, have you?
No, but I can't imagine that it's going to have a 90. Look, your fear of spiders is going to be far and away more powerful than any hypnosis. Let's be honest.
Probably,
right? Yes?
probably.
Like you have it locks you up, your fear.
I think so, yeah, and you get like really tense. I don't know, I've heard this stuff can work because it's not hypnosis, it's hypnotherapy. I don't know how it's different. But nobody's like standing there with a little dealio, you know what I mean? They're like, it's something else.
Well, the dilios you'll be fine with. It's the spiders you have a problem with.
That's
Maybe
right.
it's the dilios that you have a 90% success rate.
You are crazy. Okay. Hey, still to come on Studio 13 Live. Distraction, sounds. Hey, still to come on Studio 13 Live. Have you ever thought about, oh boy, a cuddle party?
A cuddle party. Is that why you invited me here today?
Gone. Okay. We just have to be ready for this next story, okay?
Ready.
I'm a professional and I can read this.
That's right, but are you a professional cuddler?
I am not a professional cuddler, but plenty of people are, it turns out, because more and more people are looking for experts to help them with their loneliness, okay? So the Surgeon General actually saying that half of the U.S. adults experience severe loneliness, okay? And if it is untreated, it can be as harmful to your health as smoking a lot of cigarettes. So now people are throwing what are called cuddle parties to help people all at once. So typically, it's a group that meets up, slap on a name tag, and then you start cuddling. But it's kind of weird. I think kind of weird.
Look, I love the whole, if you can find something to battle loneliness, whatever it is you're going through, that's fantastic. But there could be the downside of whoever you're cuddling with when the one, how long is the cuddle party?
So we were hearing maybe 90 minutes.
So at the end of the 90 minutes, what if they're not ready to go home or you're not ready to go home?
Here's my deal. What if you're like as normal as you can be, working on your loneliness, but what if the other person hugging you is a weirdo? Like, you don't know that. I'm not the weirdo. Were you agreeing with me or were you calling me a weirdo?
No, I was agreeing with you.
Okay, yes.
I wasn't calling them weirdos though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. I think it's important to have a space to work on our mental health and to battle loneliness. And as strange as it sounds, I even actually read something once that said that a man battled loneliness, and this is 100% serious, even though it sounds wild, by hugging a pole, like a wooden beam that was in his house. So there is something like mentally to feeling a physical connection with someone. But it seems like a tricky way to me to like having strangers involved.
Well, they say hugging has a huge benefit. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Just the cuddle party.
Yeah.
And, I mean, cuddle party with friends?
Yeah.
Is that what it is, or are these cuddle parties that you're going to and it's all strangers with keys in a bowl?
No keys in a bowl, but yes, name tags. So I'm gonna guess strangers.
Got it.
Yeah.
Should we change subject?
I think we should.
Okay.
Please.
How about Gen Z? They're taking a new approach when it comes to dating. It's a new survey by Hinge found that 3 out of 4 people no longer go out for drinks. As a first date, about a third of people say they don't drink at all. People are embracing dry dating to hopefully build more genuine connections.
Okay.
I don't drink, so I sure, okay. Yeah. But you would also think that a lot of dates would go sideways a lot quicker when there's no booze involved?
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe you get you have a better chance of getting an authentic look at the person if you are not inebriated.
Sure.
But sometimes people seem more fun after a couple drinks too. So maybe, date's done after date 1.
It's
if
like
you
that
really didn't like
episode of Friends, Fun Bobby.
That's right.
When Bobby stopped drinking, Bobby wasn't fun anymore.
That's true. I like this. I feel like, obviously we have Seattle Sips on the show, and we have seen this growth of the faux cocktail or non-alcoholic cocktail, the low alcohol cocktail. I'm all about it because they're still tasty. It's still fun. You chat with friends. You don't need the alcohol. So I think that's great.
I can tell you from day 1 of dating, alcohol never had an influence on me. So maybe clarity will always prevail.
Maybe. Imagine that.
Were you guys, when you guys were out karaokeing on Saturday night, do you remember Saturday night?
I do remember Saturday. We did have regular alcohol content cocktails.
Got it.
But
there were no dates involved.
There were
the
0
4
dates
of you were
involved.
all set up with each other. Everything was great.
I basically needed to pretend that I can sing, so any assistance was appreciated.
Oh, so the alcohol will increase your ability to sing.
That's what my mind tells me.
Okay.
Look, the lady can have fun once every 6 months, okay?
Once every 6 months.
I'm a busy mom.
I get it.
Hey, more and more businesses are requiring chaperones for anybody who's under 18 years old, okay? So it turns out that this big mall in New Jersey just does not allow minors on the weekends anymore unless there's a grown-up with them. The mall says that this is because they've had a number of problems, okay? And they're kind of serious, too. A brawl in the food court. So these policies aren't particularly new. Mall of America had a similar rule all the way back since 1996. But now other places like amusement parks and even restaurants are doing the same thing. So gone are the days where you used to roam the mall on the weekends.
I think the idea would work. The biggest problem with that is most of the time adults act worse in a group than kids do.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, if I think way back in high school, if there was more than 5 of us, the security guards would split people up. So that has been happening for a while, but a full-blown chaperone now, I mean, that's a pretty big change.
Or like kids can't walk into stores with their backpacks.
Oh, yeah, that's true too.
But like in a large group, doesn't matter what social platform you're on, a video is going to come scrolling on by and adults fighting or doing something and brawling at some point. So you can't blame the kids.
No, we all have to behave. All of us. All right, still to come. We are sitting down with the cast of Les Miserables at the Fifth Avenue Theater.
A look at their U.S. tour and what it's like bringing one of the most celebrated musicals to life. Coming up.
It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna make your day.
Oh, the timeless story of Les Miserables is making a triumphant return to Seattle and the Fifth Avenue Theater with a performance now through June 17th.
And here to share all about the heartbreaking and hopeful story of survival, the love, the redemption.
Yeah, it's a lot.
The U.S. touring cast members, Haley Dorch and Nick Cartel. Welcome. How are you guys?
Good.
Great. Thanks for
Welcome
having
to
us.
Studio 13 Live.
Yes,
Thank you.
we are so excited to have you. And it is a story, it's, first of all, just been around so long. It's about so many things that still matter to people. Actually, it's something that is still very modern. So let's get into it, okay? Haley, you are making your national debut. So what does that feel like for you?
I mean, it's insane. It's so incredibly humbling, and I'm so grateful. I love the people that I work with, and I'm so fortunate to be in such a spectacular production. I mean, Les Mis right off the bat is so insane to me. But I've really enjoyed my time, and I'm really grateful.
Yeah. Any pointers you've given her?
You know, she does very well on her own, let me tell you. Yeah. But I mean, it is to be in part of such an epic show. I mean, you said that it's been running for a very long time, 37 years. So to be part of that history it's mind-blowing sometimes when you actually sit back and think about it.
Exactly.
So Les Mis takes place 19th century France, really goes through the ringer of the emotions for those who haven't seen the show or read the story without spoiling anything. What's the best way to summarize exactly what they're going to see?
I think what they're going to go see is they're going to see this story about my character Valjean and his journey pretty much through his life after he gets out of prison. But really what the heart of our story is it's a story about redemption and love and sacrifice and a true survival of the human spirit. And I feel like now more than ever, audiences connect with that because of what we've all been through collectively with the pandemic. And so we are finding audiences that are coming back to the theater because they want to experience live theater. They want to experience that sitting in the dark with a group of people all going through kind of a shared experience together, watching the story unfold on stage, watching the sacrifices that our characters go throughout this journey, and the fight that we all have within ourselves. And I feel like that's something that resonates with our audiences now, for sure.
I really think so. And Haley, your character, of course, Fantine, gives up so much, so much through the course of the story. And I think it's easy to argue that it is for a very deep kind of love. So what is it that you want audiences to take away from the character of Fantine and the way you perform her?
I think that the beauty of Fantine and the sacrifices that she's willing to make is that the fact that she keeps going. You think that at the end of I Dreamed a Dream, you know, she says, life has killed the dream I dreamed. So I'm done, you know, this is the end of my story and I'm going to give up because my dream is dead and there is no hope for me. But yet she still keeps going, and she is extremely vulnerable and she wears her heart on her sleeve, but she has this fierceness to her. And she's just like the most persistent person I know.
A good example for all of us, I think.
Is there a favorite moment from the production? From the moment the curtain goes up to the moment the curtain goes down, the one, and again, no spoilers, is there like a moment where you're like, I love this, like next 60 seconds, next 2, 3, 4 minutes?
I mean, for me, I always say one of my favorite moments is getting to sing Bring 'Em Home every night, getting to sit on the barricade and just have that moment of just stillness and just being able to sing that song and think about the sacrifices that Valjean makes. And during the pandemic, I had a daughter, and so the sacrifices that I daily make, and would make for my daughter, and think about the sacrifices that Valjean makes for his adopted daughter, Cosette, really brings it full circle for me. So for me, that's my favorite moment.
I think that is beautiful, yes. And I think that my favorite moment definitely is the epilogue, which we have talked about.
We have talked about it, yeah.
And I've talked
we share
about
it together.
I've talked about it so many times, and I've talked about it with Nick. I think the moment where we all come together in the end and we just talk about, we're going to keep telling this story and who will join us, and we're going to keep persisting together. I think, like you said, the story is so much about persisting, and it's really beautiful.
Well, that is beautiful. And during the break, we were actually talking about how Les Mis is my husband's favorite stage performance. And truly, truly, from when I knew him to after we had a child, it's like he feels the feelings so much more deeply. But I want to talk about some other very deep feelings that I'm sure you guys were feeling. Now, Nick, you have played Jean Valjean in the past, pre-pandemic. Then there was this period of no work, which had to be just devastating because not only is it your livelihood, but it's something that is your passion. So both of you, talk to me about what that was like for you, and now that you're coming out of it, how you feel.
I mean, it definitely was, the pandemic hit our industry specifically so hard because we are in an industry where we rely on an audience to be out there, to be experiencing it with us. So to step away from that and to kind of just sit back and sit with ourselves a bit, I think was life-changing for a lot of us because it made us actually go, what is important to us? What is truly valuable to us? And for me, it's family, and it's also knowing that I do have a passion for this and a love to do this and to share this story. So to get to come back to this after the pandemic and to relaunch this tour and to take it back out across the country, what Haley was saying is humbling, and it truly is a dream come true, and to get to do this and to perform this show each night and share this story is something that is a responsibility that I don't take lightly at all.
Me as well. I mean, it's funny, the pandemic happened the year I graduated high school.
Wow.
So I graduated high school in 2020, and then I went to college and did Zoom University, as a lot of us did. And it was really hard not having any performance opportunities when all I had known for, all throughout my high school years was performing, and all I do is perform. And then there was just a period of darkness, like you said. And then this opportunity came along, and it's one of my first times ever being back on stage since the pandemic started. And like Nick said, it's not something you can take lightly because we know now what it's like to have it taken away. And I know that for audiences too, when I go see shows, I'm like, I am so excited for this to be happening. Live theater, thank goodness. And I'm excited that we get to share that story for other people as well.
I got to make sure I do the math right. You're 3 years removed from high school, and you're on stage
Yeah.
in Seattle doing Les Mis.
I turned 21 a few months ago on tour.
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Congratulations. You can now go to the after party. Yay!
Exactly.
It's awesome. That was my favorite part.
So when you were mentioning earlier, everybody together, the lights are out, and we were talking off the air a little while ago. You can hear people in the audience, correct?
Oh yeah, and I think that's the thing that is exciting about live theater is we can hear the audience. We hear, the applause. We feel that energy that the audience gives us, and that's what also feeds us. 8 shows a week is a very tiring schedule, but without that audience out there to give us the energy that they do each night, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So it is to hear that applause, to hear them crying maybe at the end, or to
Yes.
hear the sniffles, and as we go through the show, or to hear the laughter in the lighter moments in the show, it helps to give us the energy we need in order to do it.
That's so crazy.
Coughing
As much as it
I know.
coughing maybe at the moment
I
they're
both have a
time.
cough, so we apologize in advance.
Bring some throat drops, make sure they're unwrapped before we go in there. Yeah, have a glass of water.
Anybody ever say anything in the audience or make a noise, whatever it is, that breaks somebody on stage up or breaks them out of character accidentally?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
It's never
yeah.
fun.
There's a moment where we use gunshots in the show, and there's a moment that a gun goes off in the show. It's completely all safe and there's no live ammunition, but there's a gunshot that goes off and it does scare audience members sometimes. So we'll hear an audience member shriek or something like that, and that usually everybody's like, oh gosh, okay. Yeah, we have to pull ourselves back together.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both so much. This has been amazing. And of course, you can check out Les Mis or Les Miserables at the Fifth Avenue Theater, playing now through June 17th. We do have a link for more info on our website. Thanks again. And we'll be right back.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta.
Very cute. Okay. So Bender and
graphics.
I know, they're really just on point. We did this for you, buddy. Bender and I both have toddlers.
Yep.
So my son's just a little bit older, so I get a preview of how wild they can get. Okay, kids really just do have their own personalities. So does your daughter do anything lately that's kind of wild?
Mackenzie right now is learning how to full-on talk. We're getting some sentences out of her, but she's also in that sweet spot of what she's saying isn't necessarily what comes out. There's a video that we talked about on our show on 95.7 The Jet, plug, where she's saying racket as in a badminton racket, but it is so not racket when she says it, to the point where we couldn't play it on the air.
Yes, you could get an FCC fine.
And
Oh my
I played
goodness.
you the video, and,
Yes, it's hilarious and adorable. Sorry we can't
and
show it.
extremely X-rated. I'm sorry,
Yes,
it's
yes.
horrible.
But it's
Yeah.
racket. She is saying racket.
That's right.
Okay, so my son Logan, he, you know those toddler sleep regressions, oh boy, they'll get you every time. But we had convinced him during the Pacific Northwest winter that if the sun's down, it's time for bed, and when the sun's up, it's time for good mornings. So now he says, no, good morning time, no matter what time of day.
Blackout curtains.
Yeah, we need to get on it.
We just ordered those.
I know, we need to get on it, because like if he even hears us humming music, good morning. Good morning. No. So anything that could trick him into falling asleep, he gets super mad and says, no, it's good morning time. So that's always fun. I know. Now they tell you. Now they tell you exactly. Like, you used to rock him, you used to give him a bottle, but now he'll straight up say, I am not going to sleep. And of course, our kiddos are not the only adorable ones out there. There is just so much stuff that toddlers say. And we want to show you now for our segment, Stuff My Toddler Says.
Today's entries come to us courtesy of Live from Snack Time on Instagram.
All right, let's take a look here. So this kid says, I want to be a lizard and sit in the sun all day.
What's wrong with that?
That sounds pretty good,
That'd
I
be
think.
fantastic.
Yeah. And then we have 7-year-old Kai saying, oh my gosh, I can't wait till I'm 18. I'm going to put some nuts in my purse and I'm never hungry. I'm thinking I'm going to do cashews. I like a good snack.
4-year-old May says, can someone treat me like a queen? That 4-year-old is going to become an 18 and then a 30-year-old, then a 35-year-old, and you should absolutely maintain that attitude.
Ma'am. Treat you like a queen. All right, Ingrid here says, I had the best dream. Everything in my dream was bread. I still have this dream. It's great.
5-year-old Nolan says, Mom, I'm tired. Let's get in bed and have an eating party. Nolan! That is a great plan.
Are you, do you eat in bed?
No.
Oh, no, me neither. I know some people like to fully use that as a napkin. I'm like, that's your bed.
No, in fact, Mackenzie was apparently eating cookies last night or yesterday in bed, because when Rach and I got into bed, there were cookies
everywhere.
The crumbs everywhere. And of course, Mackenzie's off sleeping, no problem. No, I can't do. You can't. No.
I had a
no.
full panic attack once because, okay, so my dogs sleep in bed with me and my husband. We have this big old bed. But apparently my son got in bed and was eating chocolate in bed and used the bed as a napkin. I went white in panic when I was pulling back the sheets and saw this giant brown stain. It was chocolate. It was fine.
Like, no.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Here we go. Last one for you. 5-year-old Elena says, being awake makes me so tired.
Yeah.
Same, girl.
Look, yeah, that's not going to change.
No.
I'm sorry. It's like you want to tell the little ones that life's going to get better and that everything's going to be fine and don't worry about it. You'll be so rested. It's a trap.
Yeah. Stay
It's
little.
a trap. Yeah.
You will be able to buy your own stuff, and that's cool, but then you also got to pay bills. That's less cool. All right, remember, if your toddler says something goofy, you can send it to us at Studio 13 on Fox. Just look for us on social media. This is great. Still to come, Studio 13 Live. It is time for Emerald Eats.
So today, Carly is taking us on an adventure to PCC Community Markets to learn how to make pineapple fried rice. Next.
Like sunshine through the clouds.
You know, we have a lot of favorite things around here, but we do love to learn how to do new things.
That's why for today's Emerald Eats, Carly's going to be taking us to PCC Community Markets to teach us how to make delicious pineapple fried rice.
What are we gonna do next?
The next one is yellow curry fried rice. And we're going to do it with the fresh pineapple.
What goes into pineapple fried rice?
What go in the pineapple fried rice is rice. Pineapple.
Okay.
And that is the key and the seam. It's like many fried rice.
Yeah.
You have the seam and then you build it on. So in Asian cooking, it always starts with cooking oil, garlic. You will remember that, right? On my cooking oil, garlic, and then onions on my grate with fried rice.
Yes.
Any fried rice, and then eggs. So the trick with egg is it can make the rice wet or not wet. So we have pineapple, then we have cherry tomato with a good color, and then cashew.
Cashew.
I'm going to add the oil,
Okay.
and then the garlics. Okay, now back and forth, back and
Okay.
forth. You get onion. So add on aromatic ingredient
And this
first.
is all on high heat, I'm noticing.
Yep,
too.
on in high heat.
Okay.
And now let's flip. Shovel and
Shovel. Okay. Shovel.
flip. So on, I'm going to add the eggs. I like eggs because, you know, vegetarian, we have to add protein as
Yep.
much as you can. So now when I add eggs, I would like to push ingredient on the side a little bit.
Okay.
And then you
Let the eggs have a little space of their own.
yeah, exactly. And then we're going to scramble 5 times only.
5 times?
Yep, 1, 2, 3,
Just
4, 5.
like
Yep, mix it. And then we're going to stop. We're going to let it harden a little bit, and then we flip and cut into pieces. Okay, that's perfect. So now I add pineapple.
All right.
So you're going to do a lot of shovel and flipping.
Okay.
Tomato. Again, you're going to kind of slowly put it in. So then the pineapple pick up the heat. And then you.
And it kind of like brings out those sugars too,
Yep.
right?
now
Cashews.
cashew nut.
Smells so
And the
yummy.
texture is about 2 cups, so I'm going to do this. So now don't be frightened about how the rice is,
Okay.
because, you know, I'm going to teach you shovel. And this time, we don't going to cut like this. We're going to smoosh it with the back.
Oh.
And then smoosh it.
Do you want it to get a little crispy
Exactly.
on the wok?
Mix. And then press it down. Okay, while you're doing that, I will add curry powder.
Okay.
The recipe calls for 2 teaspoons. And while you're doing that, I keep doing it and I keep doing this. But you want to make sure that you have some extra. Sometimes you want it more.
It just smells incredible.
You see, we build the layer of curry.
Yes. The layers of the
Flavor.
flavors.
And the texture of those ingredients is amazing. Now it's soy sauce.
Soy sauce. Okay.
Yeah, you see? So for me, this is about the color.
Bright yellow. Okay. So good. I love the taste of the onions in it.
It's delicious.
Can Carly send us some fried rice through the TV? Because that looks good. Okay, we have more info about classes, PCC Community Markets, offers on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live. I've never had it with pineapple in there, but that sounds pretty good.
Shrimp fried rice would be the way to go. Chicken, shrimp,
Yeah.
fried rice.
I usually just like shrimp, but you know.
That sounds so good right
Yeah, it does. We'll have to figure that out.
We can do that right after
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
You guys have a huge change coming on Monday.
We do. Already. I can't believe it. But yes, starting Monday, you will be seeing us at 10 a.m. instead of 11 a.m. So, you know, you hang out with Bill and Liz, and then you just hang out with Mireya and Carly. And I think that's the jam. So, you know, the show is moving up an hour and kicking off the fun weekdays at 10 a.m. And we're also prepping for this. We have been for a while. So excited to hang out with y'all earlier.
Just hang out with Mireya and Carly. You
Yeah.
dropped third person. I love that.
Yeah.
And then just a few days into the live new start time thing at 10, you're heading to Auburn for a live show.
Yes, because we like to work hard for everybody,
Sure,
okay?
yeah.
So not only are we earlier, but we're going to be going out live. Be sure to join us. So Carly's off that day, so I'm going to be hanging out with Brian because we are packing up, taking the show to Auburn. You're going to check out some cool places. We're going to be hanging out at Emerald Downs. We're going to check out some horses. Really just the place to be, and you can watch us have all that fun, get your own ideas as well.